Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson. Let's get right to the show I have for you guys today. Currently, we are season 5, episode number 5 on this beautiful Friday afternoon. It's currently 4:20 p.m. Eastern Time on this September 20th. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. Let's get right to the show I have for you guys today. We're going to do over a simple show for you guys here on the Fire Sports Pod. We're going to be going over what's happening this weekend for our Sunday games in the NFL, as well as college football's top 25 games, and see if there's any marquee matchups that we got to look out for. And that's what we're going to be getting to. So let's get right into it. We are going to start with Saturday. Obviously, college football is happening on Saturday. So I'm going to go over what type of games are happening on the Saturday spectrum. We'll see where we're going at. So let's share the screen. Let me put up the college football stuff, and let's get right into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple okay games for the first 4 games we have on this slot. We have a couple. Let's get right into it. So, 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday on Fox, Marshall plays our Ohio State Buckeyes in Buckeye Nation. We're third ranked in the country. We're 2-0. I do think Ohio State absolutely beats the brakes off Marshall. I think it's a very easy win. I'm probably going to go with the over of 40 for the spread. That's just what I think it's going to be. And then the over and under, I'm going to probably go with the over 52.5. And then we could take our talents to ABC at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We have unranked NC State taking on number 21 Clemson in Clemson. I'm gonna take Clemson covering the minus 18.5. I'm probably going with the under of 44.5. At 2 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN Plus, you have Arkansas State versus Iowa State, who's ranked 20th in the nation. I'm gonna take Iowa State covering the minus. I'm gonna take Iowa State covering the minus 21 spread. I'm going to go with the under 52.5 for the total points. Then at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, you have Kent State taking on number 10 Penn State. Penn State's have a problem this year with going back and forth with some teams that you should have dominated. So I don't really have trust in them. But against Kent State, they should not even fold. I got the Kent State covering the minus 49 though, but I got Penn State at least winning by over 30. I'm going to go with the over 55.5. So those are the first 4. Now let's move to our next 4. And that we take us to 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on CBS, where we have USC, number 11 USC taking on number 18 Michigan in Michigan. This is going to be a close game. I'm going to actually take I want USC to win, but I actually think Michigan will upset USC. I'm going to take Michigan covering the minus 4.5 spread and winning this game. I'm going to go with the over of 43.5. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC, you have unranked UCLA taking on number 16 LSU. I'm going to take LSU winning this game, but I think they dominate UCLA. I got them covering the minus 21.5 spread. I'm going to go with the slight under of 56.5 total points. At 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC, you have Miami, Ohio, taking on number 17 Notre Dame. Obviously, Notre Dame's had some struggles with letting teams get the wins over them in close wins as well. But I'm going to take Notre Dame pulling through. I got them covering the minus 28 spread. I'm going to go with the over of 43.5. And then our last 4, we had 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2, Georgia Tech taking on number 19 Louisville. I'm going to take Louisville winning this game, but I'm going to have Georgia Tech covering the minus 10. I think this is a close game, but Louisville pulls it off. I'm going to go with the slight under of 57.5 total points. So we're done with the first 8. Let's go with our last 8. I would assume. No, we got a little bit more then. So we got our next 5, I would say. Now I'd say our next 4. So we got our next 4 games here. We have at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN, Buffalo taking on number 23 Northern Illinois. I'm gonna take Northern Illinois winning this game, but I'm gonna have Buffalo covering the minus 13.5 spread. I'm gonna go with the over of 43.5. I'm gonna go with the under of 43.5 points. At 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox, I'm going to take, it's number 12, Utah, taking on number 14, Oklahoma State. I'm going to take Oklahoma State with the upset. I got them covering the -1 spread and winning this game. I'm going to go with the over 54.5. At 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time on SEC Network, you have the Vanderbilt at 2-1 taking on Missouri, ranked number 7 at 3-0. I'm going to take Missouri covering the -20 spread. I'm going to go with the over 52.5. At 7 p.m. Eastern Time, you have number 8 Miami taking on South Florida. This is going to be a very hard-fought game. I'm going to take South Florida covering the -17 spread, but Miami at least wins by over a touchdown. I'm going to go with the under of 65.5 points. So that is 12 games into tomorrow. Now we go to our last, I would say, last 5 games, and then we have last 4, and then we got one more game after that. So let's get right into it. So we're currently 5 minutes and 58 seconds into the show. We're at our last 5 games of college football ranks and who I got and what spreads you guys should take. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC, you have a marquee matchup in the top 10 and top 15. Number 6 Tennessee taking on number 15 Oklahoma. I'm going to take Tennessee. I'm going to take Tennessee winning this game. But I'm going to have Oklahoma covering the -7. I think this is going to be a very, very close game. I got Tennessee winning by at least 3, a little bit less than 7 points. I got them winning by at least 5 to 6 points. I got them winning by between 3 to 5. I would say I'm going to go with the over 56.5. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you have Bowling Green taking on number 25 Texas A&M. Texas A&M is going to beat the brakes off Bowling Green. I got them covering the -22.5 spread. I'm going to go with the over 51.5 total points. At 7:45, you have Georgia Southern taking on number 5 Ole Miss. Ole Miss is going to dominate them. I got them covering the -34.5 and the over of 67.5. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, you have UL Monroe taking on number 1 Texas. I'm going to take Texas covering the -44 and the over of 52.5. Okay, so we got some big blowouts coming our way tomorrow. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN, you have number 13 Kansas State taking on unranked BYU. I'm going to take BYU covering the -7 spread, but Kansas State wins this game. Actually, screw that. I'm going to take number 13 Kansas State covering the -7 spread. I'm going to go with the under of 49.5. Other than that, guys, we will be moving on to our second segment on today's show for the Fire Sports Pod. Let's get right into it, guys. We're going to go be on over NFL Sunday. What a statement win for the Jets last night as they killed their arch rivals in the Patriots in MetLife. For the first time, Aaron Rodgers stepped foot on MetLife since his injury last year in a real regular season game. He looked fantastic. Winning that game, the Rodgers and the Jets did 24-3. So Jets got the win. I picked that one correct. We took the Jets going with the over of the spread. We got that correct. Now, 1 o'clock on Sunday, you have the Giants taking on the Browns in Cleveland. I'm taking the Browns winning this game. The Giants just don't have that much of an offense, and I just think the defense is just going to kill Daniel Jones. So I got the Browns winning this game. Eagles taking on the Saints. This is going to be an interesting game, guys. We saw the Saints really going at it. They killed my Cowboys. Again, they played the Panthers. We're not counting that game, but they put up 47 points against my Cowboys. Was not the great, not 47. They put up 44, something like that. Was not the greatest day in Cowboys Nation. We got absolutely humiliated. I'm actually going to go off the limb here. I'm taking the Saints. Even though I think the Eagles will bounce back and win this game. I think they will. But I'm taking the Saints. I'm going to ride the New Orleans Saints train. I got the Saints winning this game at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time in New Orleans in the Dome. I think Derek Carr has a great day. Alvin Kamara is just too quick for that defense. I got the Saints winning. So I got the Browns, Saints. Texans, Vikings, a very tricky one. Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind. Justin Jefferson's a little banged up. We'll see if he's good to go. I'm taking the Texans, no sweat about it. In Minnesota, still taking the Texans. I got my boy C.J. Stroud. So right now we got the Browns, Saints, and Texans. Broncos, Buccaneers at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. I'm going to take the Bucs winning this game at home. Baker Mayfield has another splendid day. I got them dominating the Broncos. Packers, Titans. No doubt about it. Packers kill. Even with Malik, I got Packers winning this game. No doubt about it. Titans don't stand a chance. I got the Packers winning. They just have too good of a run game. I got the Packers winning. They just got to stay true. And if their quarterback does what he's got to do, Packers should win. I'm not trusting the Titans with that one. I'm taking the Packers. It's a close one because Jordan Love's not playing, but I'm taking the Packers. Bears, Colts. I got to go roll with Anthony Richardson and the Colts. They got embarrassed against the Packers in Lambeau Field last week. I think they come back to Indianapolis and beat the brakes off the Bears. It's going to be a good game, but I think in the fourth quarter, the Colts really pull it out and get the dub there. Now, second, we go to 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. You have the Chargers taking on the Steelers. Justin Herbert is questionable with an injury. We do not know the status. We do not know if he's going to play. But I'm going to take the Steelers, guys. I'm going to take the Steelers at home winning this game. If Justin Herbert definitely doesn't play, Steelers will win this game. If he does, then the Chargers might win. But I like Steelers. I like Justin Fields. That defense is playing absurdly great for the Steelers. I think he's going to make Justin Herbert, whoever's in that backfield, in a world of hurt, and a world of pain, and a world of trouble. So I got the Steelers winning this game. At 4:05, you have the Dolphins taking on the Seahawks in Seattle. It's going to be a great game. Tua is not playing, so I am going to roll with the Seahawks. Got the Seahawks winning this game with Geno Smith taking down the Dolphins. At 4:05, you have the Panthers and the Raiders. I'm not even going to go over this game. Panthers suck mightily. They benched Bryce Young for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton will be the starter this coming week. I'm going to take the Raiders and Gardner Minshew to get a win at home against the Panthers. Back-to-back wins, a great win against the Ravens, and a just reset big, crazy big win against the Panthers, which they could just literally dominate and do what they want to do with the football. And then we will move to the remaining 4 o'clock, and then Sunday, and then Monday we have a doubleheader, ladies and gentlemen. So let us get right to that fold here. So we have the 49ers and the Rams, a very marquee matchup, a division matchup at 4:25 p.m. Eastern time. 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to not even sweat about it. I'm going to take the 49ers. The Rams are just too banged up, too injury prone right now. I'm taking the 49ers going into LA and getting the win over the Rams. They just have too many injuries to trust at all. Then you have the Lions taking on the Cardinals at 4:25. It's going to be a great game. Kyler Murray had an absurdly great game with his man Marvin Harrison Jr., but I'm actually going to go with the Lions. I went with the Cardinals last week. I'm going to take the Lions winning this week. I got the Lions taking down the Cardinals in Arizona in a close battle. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to come down to the wire. I got the Lions winning. Ravens and my Dallas Cowboys. So everyone I know in the world is going to be picking the Ravens as they are 0-2. Cowboys are 1-1. Really, the Ravens definitely need a win here. Going into Dallas after we got our asses handed to us the last 2 times at home with Green Bay last year in the playoffs and with the Saints this week in the last week in Dallas. So I'm actually going to go on the limb here. Screw all y'all. I'm taking my Cowboys winning this game. This is definitely biased, but we've been accustomed to doing this where literally we would play like shit and no one will think we're going to win a game, and we'll be one of a very good team that we probably should win. We could win, have a chance, but no one believes us because we just keep proving people right that we suck. So I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys to get a big win at 4:25 p.m. Eastern time this Sunday. Chiefs at the Falcons Sunday night. It's going to be a hell of a game, but I'm taking the defending champs and the Kansas City Chiefs to take down Atlanta in Atlanta. Let's go Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I think they go and they roll and they get their 3rd win of the season. Then Monday night, we have a doubleheader, ladies and gentlemen. Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. It's going to be a very good game. This at 7:30 on Monday. I'm actually going to go out a limb here, and I'm going to take the Jaguars. Like I said, guys, I think the Bills and Mafia, they're going to go crazy. Josh Allen is a great quarterback, one of the best in the game still. He just doesn't have as much help. Yes, people came to my attention. He's been doing that for, yes, but he doesn't have Diggs. He doesn't have a number one wide receiver. He really doesn't have a lot of options like he did before, and he still was carrying before. So I think the Jaguars are just better suited. I think they have the better team and the better roster. I just think that does a lot, and I think they get the win over the Bills. Commanders at the Bengals. I don't think the Commanders stand a chance in Cincinnati. I got the Bengals dominating the Commanders at 8:15 on Monday Night Football. Other than that, guys, that is pretty much it, guys. Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zack Jackson. That's pretty much it, guys, here for our show today on Season 5, Episode number 5 on the Fire Sports Pod. The only other news that I have to give you that's a big news that happened just last night has to be two things. Dodger star Shohei Ohtani becomes the first player in MLB history to record a 50 home runs and 50 steals in a single season. He actually technically had 51 and 51 last night. He had one of the best games you've ever seen. 6 hits. I think it was 3 home runs, two stolen bases, and he had 10 RBIs, some historic number like that. It was absolutely ridiculous and crazy to see. And then last but not least, we had the Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers agree to a 3-year maximum contract extension worth $192.9 million. That's all the news that I have for you guys today. Other than that, guys, enjoy Saturday football in college. Enjoy Sunday football in the NFL, as well as also stay tuned and check out my picks. I don't steer you guys wrong. I haven't really been that wrong that recently, even with the NFL. So we'll get to that, guys. I will see you guys on Recap Monday, which will be Season 5, Episode number 6. Peace out, y'all.